Hi everyone. I'm going to be talking about using interactive whiteboards in the social studies classroom. Most of what I'm talking about I learned from overall general information and tips about whiteboards. I did also look at the 5 tips for interactive whiteboards, but I also explored a lot of resources that focused primarily on using them in the social studies classroom, and I found a lot of really great ideas and tips and tricks that I'll probably use in my own classroom. To start us off, I'd probably use something from news or current events. I'm a big fan of it. I think that it's a really good idea and a really great way to get kids involved first thing in the AM. So I would probably start off with having students look at a picture or an article, news clip, and have them respond either in a writer's notebook or together as a class, maybe fill in an activity on the whiteboard. But I also really liked the clickers, and I noticed it in one of the other students from last summer talking about for larger classrooms using the clickers to vote on things or give their opinion on different debates, because obviously you can't have a lot of students responding all at one time. So talking about current issues, debates, just kind of getting students' opinions and using those clickers to do that would be something that I would really enjoy doing. Clearly, maps and graphs are a huge tool with interactive whiteboards. Back in the day, you would have a student come up and use a pointer to pick out different areas on a map or different locations. Now they would be able to come up and point to different things, or maybe they even have, a realistic, Google Earth map that they could kind of point to and really get into the nitty-gritty of the maps. I noticed you can draw on them, so they'd be able to circle things, or if you had a blank map, maybe draw in their own cities or geographical locations to kind of get an idea of where things are, or get one map that's blank and the other map that's the actual location and see how close they are. So there's lots of different ways that you could kind of work with maps and charts and graphs and have them be more of an interactive thing rather than just the students seeing them on the screen. Virtual field trips was probably my favorite. I really love the idea of being able to show students places and make them, give them the opportunity to actually see things that they might not be able to ever see. So if you're starting a unit about Africa, take them on a virtual field trip to the savannah or go to China's Great Wall. Those might not be tangible places for them to visit, so also maybe even learning about if they're going to go to Gettysburg while you're doing a Civil War unit, give them kind of a preview of some places that they might be looking for while they're there, so that when they're actually at the site, they can be like, hey, I've already seen this, or I know what I'm looking for. And the other possibility would be to explore places that they're never going to see. The bottom of the ocean is clearly not going to be tangible for most students, so taking a trip to the Titanic would be something really interesting. If you're learning about space, take them to the moon, just kind of get creative with it. And I think that virtual field trips are probably one of the best things that I found about using these interactive whiteboards. Notes and review games, I really liked in the 5 tips YouTube video about using layers and colors to kind of hide different words or play different review games. Filling in the blank, just kind of playing with those different ideas to make the games a little bit more fun, because then, students can get involved in games, and any type of review games would probably be fun for them, but just being able to do that with the screen and have them, choosing the right word or the wrong word would be really interesting, and I really liked that tool a lot. Also, displaying pictures of different historical figures and having the students identify them correctly, or even playing games like Jeopardy or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Maybe have them actually be able to touch the screen or ring a buzzer of some sort, would just kind of be a little bit different than your run-of-the-mill game. So overall, I learned a lot about interactive whiteboards this week, and I'm sure that I'll continue to learn more about them, but these are just a few starting off points that I think that are really interesting and fun and would be really great in the classroom.